Yo, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the show about nothing. I'm your host, JunesEightyEIght with Izzyphantasmo. We're going to take it back a little old school real quick. Let me see if my boy Izzy remember this joint. Remember this joint? Drop the beat. Y'all ain't gonna get why that shit.
Wow.
We're not gonna talk about why that joint is so goddamn funny.
You dug that up.
Bro, I found that joint. I'm like, what was the name of that one joint that we used for the intro?
That was the intro for the original Show About Nothing podcast we had, bro. That's funny.
Nigga, I got it.
Man, I'm minding my own over here, like just looking, and all of a sudden I hear the build up, and I'm like,
wait, this sounds familiar.
And they hear the beat drum. I'm like, oh, what is this?
Izzyphantasmo, JunesEightyEIght, another episode of Show About Nothing. Yo, man, what? Look, I mean, it may go down. It may be that we may be
championship weekend. We have the Kansas City Chiefs and the AFC reigning, defending AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals. Part four at Arrowhead for the AFC championship game.
Or they say Burrowhead. Very disrespectful.
You know what though? Mike Hilton was joking around and it caught fire. And then we have the San Francisco 49ers coming in to the link, coming into Philadelphia, coming in to the 2-1 foe. 2-1-6 is Pitts. 2-1-6 is Philly, I believe. If anybody's from Philly, don't hurt me. I used to know. But they're coming to Philadelphia, my boy, and they're taking on Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Nick Sirianni, the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC game.
Miles Sanders, you got the. It's just a whole lot of. It's gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be. I'll say this before we get into that. How you doing, bro? What's going on? What's been going on? How was the week? How was the work week? How was everything going?
It was copacetic. You know what I'm saying? It was chill. Ain't nothing too crazy. I had to go take care of some health stuff, health, everybody go ahead, get your body right, get your mind right, make sure you're healthy. These past 2 weeks, I got caught up on a couple of healthy things that I had to get back going again. Basically got my vision taken care of and got my body worked on at the doctor's office, got a little annual checkup, got my blood drawn, found out my test results. I am 100% positively good to go. I'm solid. They just told me minimize on the animal fat. But other than that, though, I'm Gucci, baby.
Speaking of animal fat, I've seen me and my mom was at the store this morning. She saw something in the butcher department. Like, what's that? She's like, what is this? Dude, pork fat. They sell pork fat.
By itself?
By itself. But they ain't even a cold part. I was watching the show called Man Fires Food. It's like a grill show.
Yeah.
And he had beef. The dude he went to some barbecue spot and they had beef fat. And he set up the logs for the fire and he threw the beef fat on there. And as he was smoking the food, the beef fat goes into the smoky. And I'm like, bro,
oh, that's interesting.
Very. But yeah, with me, I'm good. June's World 2 is done. Release date, I'll tell you off camera.
As yet to be determined, but when he does determine it, he's gonna let me know, and he's not gonna tell y'all. He's just gonna drop it by surprise.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna let you know. And the early reviews will sound pretty. Everybody's feeling it. the early reviews, the early ratings on it sounds pretty good. So I'm happy for that.
By
And
early reviews, he means the 3 people he's done let heard.
yeah, because he wants to wait till it comes out. Because he always he was like, I want to wait.
Hey, look, like the cool part about our friendship is that like when it comes to the music, and we've talked about this already in a few episodes where like I've been connected and help him out with a couple of things or whatever. And he's always giving me the free sample, the free snippets, the free listens. But I'm just like, you know what? I want to see what this guy got cooked up. He's giving me a snippet or two, and I'm just like, I want to hear the whole thing. I don't want to, when like when you're having, when you get invited to a dinner, when you get invited to a dinner and like, the food is going to be like, is going to be popping, the food's going to be smacking. And like, you don't want to ruin your appetite. So you try not to eat anything, or you try not to like have anything heavy or like anything in between. You just want to make sure that when you get there, you enjoy the full meal.
Right.
That's how I'm doing. I'm like, I know he's got music. I know he got the snippets, but I don't want nothing yet. Cause I want to see what he's got cooking up. I want to see what he got going on.
Oh yeah, man, it's a good one. It's like I said, it's been a year in the making. Like everybody's talking about it. It's like okay, I'm ready to give people what they want. And other than that, like I said, I'm good, man. Just chilling, vibing. It's a cold, gloomy day right now. It was gloomy this morning when we went out to go to the grocery store and whatnot.
It's chilly over here too now.
I mean, it's like I guess we can go into the since we talk about it. My mom's a Niners fan. My uncle's a Niners fan. I saw
that story. That was a fun one.
So me and my uncle, like they dropped, my aunt and uncle came by to drop some stuff off. And my uncle, like, he was talking, my uncle, he don't talk, he's my uncle, he a trash talk when he wants to say, yo, it tomorrow. I'm going to see you Sunday. I'm going to see you Sunday. And like, yo, I said, we are not uncle and nephew come Sunday. I told my mama, I am not your son come Sunday. We are bitter enemies, sister. We are enemies. We are enemies. Until the game is over, we are enemies.
You know what's going to be funny, though, for you? Is like, she's going to have her food set up and whatever, and you can be like, look around, where's mine at? Oh, who are you again? Oh, it's like, Dad, okay, I see
you. Okay, I see you. That's what we all
for
right.
Me, me and my pops, he's a Jaguars fan, I'm a Bengals fan, and had the Jaguars beaten the Chiefs, then we would have been seeing each other in the AFC Championship game in Cincinnati. So of course that would have been a fun time for both of us. But
would you have went to that game?
Huh?
No, I'm sorry, that's the sense.
Next season. We are going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars will be hosting the Cincinnati Bengals in Jacksonville, and I plan to take him to that game. So
that's gonna be a hell of a car ride.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a car ride. And the fun part about it is there's a Cincinnati fan by the name of Bengals Jim. He has like this tailgate that he usually does. He takes it around to like every city he goes to or wherever they're at. And I believe, if I'm been hearing right, that they are going to be coming to Jacksonville. So I want to get the tickets early, and not only get the tickets early, but like I want to go to that tailgate because I hear it's fire. The people are friendly. They have a lot of fun. Plus the food that they get over there, the food that they cook, woo, the food that they be making, boy. Like you see videos of the food, the tailgate, the Skyline chili, the three-way, the conies, the ribs, like just it looks like a good time. So definitely want to take my dad to something like that. But like, hey, look, let me show you how we do it on Cincinnati side of the streets.
Speaking of food, man, I watch. For a lot of people don't know, I watch a lot of Food Network. And do you got the timer set, bro?
Oh yeah, we good.
Cool. So,
because we know for a fact you can get on this thing for a while.
We will be talking forever. But like, I seen dude make it was bison chili. Bison chili, my boy. I'm like, it was some spot in Houston somewhere. I'm like, Austin or Houston or San Antonio. I'm like, I gotta try that. I'm like, bison chili? Either bison or venison, one of the two. Either way, I gotta fucking try it. I gotta try it. But yeah, man.
But while we're on the subject of food, this man hits me up and he's like, "Hey, bro, what is your dream burger like?" And I'm like, "My dream burger?" He's like, "Yes, if you could make the perfect burger, what would it be? What would it consist of?" And I'm just like, I'm lost. So what are we talking about with burgers and food? Because look, the only thing I'm sipping on right now is my coffee. I haven't eaten yet. You're making me hungry. What's going on with the food?
Dude, I was watching, like I said, Food Paradise once again, like I do at night. Just because I look at Food Paradise, I like to travel, and I want to know if I'm in a certain city what the food gonna be like.
Of course.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm watching it, and I'm watching the Burger Paradise one. I got to thinking, what would be the perfect burger? So my perfect burger, I call it the Old Smoky.
The Old Smoky.
Fuck with me. You looking at me like you don't get it. I'm gonna tell you.
I gotta hear this.
Have you ever had a bagel?
Ever had a what?
Look at everything bagel. Have you ever had one of those?
I believe I've heard of that before, but I've never had it.
Cause I make me and my mom like breakfast sandwiches on occasion. I made like a steak sandwich, and I make.
I've seen you've shown me some stuff. Like you text me in the morning, and be like, "Hey, bro, I'm in the lab cooking.
Like,
I'm whipping the. I got the wrist work going.
Man, I be cooking. So imagine an everything bagel, but in a bun form. So it's a regular bun with everything bagel stuff on the top. Okay. That's the bun. Then tell me now, smoked bacon jam. That's what I'm saying.
Smoked bacon jam. What the? Where are you finding this?
Just rock with me.
Okay.
Then a 2-year-old smoked cheddar cheese, my boy. I see your gears going. I know that face. I know that face. Then roasted tomatoes. Pecan smoked bacon. Not regular smoke. I'm talking about the kind of smoked bacon where you could taste the smoke. Like you taste the smokiness in it.
My man.
And just a regular, you can whatever kind of burger patty, you can go bison, you can go venison, ground beef, 80-20, what you want to do. Boom. With the garlic fries on the side. I done fucked his head up with that one. His head is moving. He's trying to figure out how to follow. I'm telling you, I be thinking about.
Okay, I like that.
You didn't think I put no thought in it. He didn't thought into this. You didn't think I thought about it.
I like that. Okay, I got one for you.
All right, talk to me, baby. What you got?
Who's that team you right? Who's that team that you're wearing on your chest and on your hat right now?
Oh, I think I know you're going with this. Philadelphia Eagles. What you talking about? What you got? What you got for me?
Okay. So we're gonna go with a pretzel bun.
Okay.
Lightly toasted, or we could do butter, put butter on the pan and toast it like that.
Okay. I'm already sold on that.
All right. We got that maple bacon. Make sure we get it to a crisp.
Candy maple
bacon. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm already with you.
So you got your bun ready. You got the bacon ready. You're gonna add a fried egg to it. You ever heard about you know about the breakfast burgers, right? Where they add the fried egg to it. Okay, so we're gonna add a fried egg to it.
Okay.
Now, here's the kicker. We're gonna add some steak to it with the pepper jack cheese, with the green peppers and the mushroom. All on top of a beef patty got the mayo, got the lettuce, got your tomato. Add on top, you have yourself the Good Morning Philly steak burger.
That sounds good right there.
In
Philadelphia, if y'all watching this man just gave y'all a gym right there. He just gave y'all a gym. And y'all heard it on here first. So if somebody in Philly listening to this, telling you, and I'm gonna make it short.
It's coming from a guy wearing all Cincinnati gear.
Yeah, I'm sold on that. I'm sold. Keep it since we speaking of sports in that realm. Those burgers sound amazing. Like that sound amazing. That's the first part I just want to say.
I messed your head up with that one, didn't I?
That was a good one. I mean, you kind of got me. You kind of. I get kudos. Little bro got me on that one. So
yes,
Justin Fields, I'm gonna let you take the floor with this one first. I ain't really like Chicago. This is like his second year, like, or it was his first year. Like,
where is it?
Because I know you're not giving up on him just in a year. You cannot give up on somebody.
Per Warren Sapp on the Boone podcast, what I'm hearing out of Chicago is that they're gonna package him, aka Fields, and trade him for other pieces. We've had this conversation, T.
Yes, we have.
Ever since Chicago got the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft, the question has been, what are they going to do with this pick? Are they going to give it away to a team that is desperately looking for a quarterback, or are they going to package and trade out Justin Fields and then trade for one of these quarterbacks? I've been on the boat of hell no, do not trade Justin Fields. Keep him. Trade that number 1 pick off to a team that is needing a quarterback. And then from there, go ahead and get him some weapons. And both of us, well, June over here gave me a good name to go for. And I was like, that makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, a former teammate from Ohio State University. Bring them together and let them go crazy like what Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are doing over in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too. Not only do they have the number 1 overall pick, they got like 2 first-round picks, plus they got over $100 million. They got like over $100 million in cap space. So they got money to play with. They can get free agents. They can bring pieces in. They can build around Justin Fields. Like, I don't understand this entire idea of, oh, we're going to take a guy that we drafted 2 years ago, number 1 overall, and just get rid of him. Now, look, if this is the New York Jets, I understand that situation. Y'all went through y'all went to Joe Flacco, Mike White, and Zach Wilson in the span of a year, and y'all were in playoff contention to begin with, and then all of a sudden y'all just tanked out the rest of the way because of like just how things played out over there. I get that. Justin Fields is a different situation. I'm looking at his stats right now. Like,
talk to him.
Okay, so this year, his 2021, he played 12 games, completed 159 passes out of 270 attempted. He had a completion percentage of 58.9, only 1,800 yards, close to 1,900 yards, 7 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. This year, games played, he played 15 games, completed 192 passes off of 318 attempts, had a 60.4 completion percentage, so near 2% jump in completion percentage. He had 2,242 passing yards, nearly 1,000 more passing yards than he had last season. His average yards per attempt went up, 17 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. And he had a a rating of 85.2 versus last year with a 73.2 rating.
Right.
This man right here, when he hits his stride, which we saw in year 2, normally they call this the sophomore slump. Normally you're expecting quarterbacks and their second year to, fall off the wagon, right? You expect them to kind of like taper off and have an issue. Baker Mayfield had one of the best rookie debuts, 27 touchdowns, broke the rookie touchdown record. And then the following season was his worst, having, I think it was 22 touchdowns to like 20 interceptions or something like that. He tapered off. Matter of fact, I'm going to look at another quarterback right here. I'm going to look at Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to look at Trevor Lawrence right now because we all know the season he had this year. Like Jacksonville making the playoffs was crazy. Yep. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence played 17 games both seasons. 359 completions off of 602 attempts. That's a 59.6 completion percentage. Had 3,641 yards, 12 touchdowns to 17 interceptions last season. This season, 387 completions off of 584 attempts. That's a 66.3 completion percentage. He jumped up nearly 7 percentage points. Threw for over 4,000 yards, 4,113 yards, 25 touchdowns to 8 interceptions.
Let me tell you something about Justin Fields. Let me say this. All they got to do is copy the blueprint that the Eagles did with Jalen Hurts. Year 1, rookie year, Wentz went down. He got us through the door, got us to an NFC, got us to a wild card. Then the tomfoolery happened.
Right.
Then this is his first full year playing. So it's like
I can look that up right now because I know you're the Eagles fan, but I'm gonna look it up real quick because
this is his first full year of playing, and they got him AJ. They loaded Howie Roseman. I don't know how.
Are you sure this is his first full season playing? Because each season he's played only 15 games.
I could be wrong. I could be thinking about last year.
Didn't he get hurt like the last few games?
He got hurt He got hurt.
It was a shoulder injury that he got hurt with this year, right?
Yeah, he got went down with a shoulder injury. But I'm saying, I say all that to say this: they went out and got him what he needed.
Got him weapons.
AJ Brown changed the whole trajectory of the Eagles organization, and I love the mindset of Jalen Hurts. Like, he's so chill, so poised, so whatever you want to call it. Like, nothing, like every interview, every speech he gives, they can win 50-0. He'll still go out there and say, back when they go like, we still ain't played our best game yet.
That's something he's taking from Alabama and from Oklahoma. Like when Oklahoma won their playoff game, they were asking him how, like, they were telling him like, he played amazing. He was like, yeah, I still could have done more. I still could have done better. And I was like, you just blew out your competition. But okay, let's talk about Jalen Hurts real quick. I got his stats right here. 2020, his first season, 15 games played, 77 completions, 148 passes attempted. That's a 52% completion percentage. 1,061 yards thrown for, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And he had a rating of 77.6. Last season, 15 games played, again, 265 completions off of 432 attempts, 61.3 completion percentage. So he jumped up about 9%. 3,144 yards thrown for, 16 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. And then this year, 15 games played, again, 306 completions off of 460 attempts. That's a 66.5 completion percentage. 3,701 yards thrown for, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. If the Chicago Bears want to see some progress. And I just want to go ahead and give you real quick who they have.
Let me make this point real quick.
Go ahead.
Like I was saying, I feel like if they go that direction with the Bears have the potential of being a threat to the NFL. Cause like
they do.
It wasn't, and it's scary because as an Eagles fan, I didn't go into this season thinking this. I didn't go in, oh yeah. We won 5 games in a row. Still. And we just kept winning and winning and winning.
I was wondering when you guys were going to lose.
I'm like, I didn't want to go undefeated. I didn't want to go undefeated. Why? Because I didn't want that first L to be the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm glad we beat them the first time. I'm glad we beat them. Regardless of who their quarterback was, we beat them. But then I'm like, all right, cool. We got that out the way. But it's like, now, NFC Championship game. It's like, it blows my mind. Like, yo, this is crazy. All you have to do is add this one thing to make this team elite. Because you had an elite wide receiver with Smitty. You had Quez. He's been spotty a little bit this season. Then you had AJ Brown.
They got him during the draft. They traded for him. That's a crazy part. They traded for him during the draft.
I don't know what.
Howie Roseman basically stole AJ Brown from the Tennessee Titans, and your Eagles took off. And this is what I'm going to say real quick. This is the wide receiver core for the Chicago Bears.
Right.
They got Chase Claypool. That was a trade from the Steelers. Doris Fountain, N'Keal Harry, Velus Jones Jr., Darnell Mooney, Dante Pettis, Byron Pringle, Joe Reed, Equinemius St. Brown, and Simba Webster. You know, you listen to that, you hear those names on the wide receiver core, and you're thinking, all right, they got some names that are notable. You add Jackson Smith and Jigba to that list, and then possibly get 1 or 2 linemen on the offense to protect Justin Fields and give him more time in the pocket. We know he can run. We know the man can scramble up and can run for like so many yards. I mean, what we saw with Justin this year was just incredible rushing wise. This man right here was breaking tackles, creating highlights. He was a nuisance on the field for people to go after.
Like, see, my thing is, I don't remember, because last season is like every season is like a blur after the season. Like, I don't remember, Philly fans, if y'all watching this, I don't remember Jalen running like he was like this last season. I don't remember it like that.
Bruh, Justin Fields had 1,000 yards rushing this season.
He ain't got no help. I got to before you give up.
That's what I'm saying. You don't need to trade Justin Fields and get another quarterback. Do you really want to set the Chicago Bears back another 5 steps? They're on the cusp of being a crazy talented like team. They're literally on the cusp of becoming what the Detroit Lions are coming up to. Detroit wasn't supposed to be this good. Like, I knew they were going to be a sneaky good team. I knew that they were going to be like one of the teams to keep an eye out for. But damn it, man, they grew up quick.
Look here.
Chicago can get to that point, but it doesn't make no sense to me on my side to look at Chicago and be like, oh yeah, just go ahead and get a Bryce Young and get rid of Fields and then you'll be fine. No. Why?
The scary part about what you just said about Detroit, Detroit has been, I feel like teams like Detroit and
Jacksonville
and the Dolphins, teams that have been like the butt crack of the NFL conversation.
You see.
Cincinnati, like they like, yo, we ain't the crack no more. We in the conversation. We at the table now.
Bruh, let me speak on this real quick. Can I go ahead and speak on this real quick? NFL fans, analysts, reporters. I understand your sentiment. I understand your doubt. I get it. But when are you going to finally accept that Cincinnati is no longer who you thought they were. They're no longer the laughable losers, the lovable losers, as you like to call them. They've arrived. I get the sentiment that they had a quote unquote fluke run last year. But this ain't no fluke. We just showed you what we're capable of. We went to a team, to their house. We went to Buffalo.
Yes, you did.
A team that was coronated in the preseason as a AFC favorite. Down 3 offensive linemen. And we went up 27-10 on them. And now we're going to our second AFC championship game.
Yep. And I just feel like I have no ill will toward the Bears. And not the Bears, I mean the Lions and stuff like that. I feel like the Lions are one of them teams where the Lions have been the Lions since I was a kid, man. They just been the Lions. I never met a Lions. I know one Lions fan on my Facebook page. I'm like, I've never met a Lions fan in my life. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like teams like that got a chance of doing something. You know, what's my man, the running back from the Lions?
Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams.
I love him.
He on the field crying like I'm sick of losing. Like, bro, teams like that, they just need.
You need to keep guys like that. Those are the guys right there that help change the culture. Like I remember watching the Cleveland Browns when they got Baker and Nick Chubb and they got Jarvis Landry, and they were literally turning the page up from becoming the lovable losers on their end. I remember the Jarvis Landry meeting he had with the wide receiver room, where he basically said, if you're not hurt, then you got to effing practice. That right there, having a guy like that in the locker room that is so passionate about changing the culture, changing the attitude, changing the dynamic, you got to keep guys like that on the roster. What they have in Jamal Williams is special. That man broke Barry Sanders' rushing touchdown record in a single game. No, in a single season. He broke Barry Sanders' single season touchdown record.
How many was it?
Barry Sanders had 16. Jamal got 17. He now holds the record for single season touchdowns as a Lion.
And let me say it like this. Teams like that, I feel like
they're gonna be the NFC North. I know the Vikings won the NFC North, and I don't mean to interrupt you. I know the Vikings won the NFC North. I don't see them. They're not going to repeat next year. They're not, because I think Detroit's really coming up. Detroit's going to be the team that everybody's going to look at and be like, it's their division.
Yep, and it's like
they're hungrier than the Vikings. The Vikings, they did their thing, but they couldn't close it out when they needed to. Detroit, although they couldn't make the playoffs because Seattle beat the Rams in the very last game to clinch that spot, the Detroit Lions came in to Lambeau Field and dominated the Packers, sent a statement saying, we've arrived. We may not be going into the playoffs, but we're going to make sure you don't get in. And we're going to show you that we're here.
And the scary thing about stuff like, it's like, man, it's like, as an Eagles fan, like, I'm always happy for my team. Like, it's like we ain't, like the NFC East was the laughing stock for the past 2 years. NFC East is a 10-can division. Every team said, hey, it's coming down to the Eagles and the Cowboys. I'm like, I feel like if the Commanders get a good quarterback and Danny Downs step up, the NFC is gonna stay.
Is Danny Downs gonna be a giant next season? Because they didn't pick up his fifth.
Shoot, we gonna see, but I just feel like they don't need to give up on Justin Fields. Like Justin Fields holds a special place in my heart, and I know my brother as well.
Yep, and let him cook.
Like let him do his thing, man. Don't give up on him. Like not this early, 2 years in. Like,
hey, his jersey will be in my collection. Like I do have Bengals. Like I got these jerseys on tap.
More than me.
Huh?
You got more than me. You get everything. Like you get everything. Like, man, I ain't even.
I mean, like I just happened to spot it, but like the thing is though, there are certain players that hold a piece in my heart where I'm like, yo, I want to support these guys. Justin Fields is one of those guys where like I want to support the man because Ohio State bloodline, you know, that man right there is putting it on for the team. And I guarantee you get him the right pieces, he's gonna become he might do a Jalen Hurts and surprise a lot of people. I think he's gonna have that 10, he's gonna do something like that. But bro, we gotta talk about these championship games, bro. Eagles, Niners, Bengals, Chiefs, bro. Like, what are we looking like? I know we kind of maybe call our shot saying that this could be it right here between us, but like, what are we thinking, bro?
I'm gonna tell you, like I said in my Eagles group page, when it was regardless of who would have won, the Cowboys or the Niners, the way that game went down last week, the way they played, like I said, if the Niners play like they played last week, tomorrow, they're not winning anything. The Cowboys not winning anything if they played us playing like that. Not like that. Not like I said, I told you off camera, I told my mom, told everybody, like, Dak is going to be the reason the Cowboys don't do anything. Either he's going to throw an interception when it counts, and he did it twice. So
and then the Dallas Cowboys Twitter flamed him on Twitter.
They blamed him. Now, that's another reason I say the Cowboys don't deserve nothing. You shame your quarterback publicly? Like, that's some in-house stuff.
Bro, that's what the Cleveland Browns did to Baker Mayfield. Like when they traded for Deshaun Watson, and I know I bring up Baker a lot because, you know, Oklahoma, I followed him through college and the whole trail that he's walked through, whatever. But what's going on here is pretty much what I saw with Cleveland and Baker and Deshaun Watson when all that was playing out. When they got Deshaun Watson, all these media heads were talking about like, oh, the Browns wanted an adult in the quarterback room. All these stories were talking about how he was a bad teammate, how there was friction, how that was happening, how they just want, like, he wasn't the guy, this and the third. And then throughout the season, as he's in Carolina and as he's in LA, all these like myths are like, oh, he was a bad teammate, oh, he was this, he was that, got knocked off the water and like just like drowned out because like he showed that, oh, wait, he isn't a bad teammate. Oh, these guys actually do like playing with him. Oh, wait, these guys actually enjoy having him around. He's actually a solid quarterback guy. He took up Matt Corral underneath his wing when he got to Carolina in training camp. Mind you, he got there 2 weeks before training camp, but he got there in training camp and took Matt Corral under his wing, was teaching him the ropes, was basically guiding him and giving him advice. Yep. And basically knocked off all that stuff. And what we're seeing in Dallas is Dak Prescott is getting publicly blamed for what happened. And I get it. The quarterback is going to take a lot of flack when things don't go right. The head coach and the quarterback are the first two guys that are going to take the blame and they're going to shoulder it and whatever. And, you know, even he said it like, yeah, I didn't play well. Like I threw some bad balls and, you know, that's what happened. He took up for it. But for your media team, your social media team to go out there and blame him publicly and say,
and it's still up. I think it's still up too.
It's still up there. Yeah. They haven't taken it down. It's like, my thing is like,
they standing on that. Like this how we feel.
Dak Prescott will not finish his career as a Dallas Cowboy. I'm saying this right now.
Him or Z, they both out of there. But let's get back on topic. We're gonna touch on that later. But these goddamn 49ers. Let me talk to you, 49ers fan group. Did y'all not see? Y'all coming into the Philadelphia disrespecting the Rocky statue?
I saw that. Someone put a 49ers shirt on him.
It's like everybody that does it don't end well. Like you got the Vikings coming there doing the skull crack, or whatever you call it. You're doing that on the steps. It's like, all right. Then you got Brock Purdy as Brocky with the Rocky poster.
Wait, what?
You think I'm bullshitting, don't you?
Send it to me. Send it to me.
Like the level of respect that's been going on is just like, bruh. like y'all actually like you know you gotta play this game.
Yeah.
Just send it to you. Check that out. But
Okay.
it's like it's like my man.
Oh my gosh. No, they didn't.
I'm like,
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
all
That's
for the
so true.
confidence, but here's my thing with Brock. It's a, it's a different feel when you're in the moment like this. I think Jalen Hurts going to be more calm because I think he's cool under pressure. And I don't think Brock Purdy has been in lights like this. Like you had a couple good games. Don't get it twisted. I love Brock Purdy because he was my cousin's quarterback when he played for Iowa. So I got respect for him. But it's like the pressure's on now. Like
Brock Purdy's first actual test, was against the Dallas Cowboys defense, and you could tell that he was a rookie. You could tell. This is going to be a bigger test because doesn't your front seven, like 4 or 5 of those guys, got like 10 plus sacks on the year?
They get 7 sacks a game.
Dude, that offensive line is going to go through some things. But real quick, let me speak on my side real fast because like
talk to me.
Let's go ahead and say this right now. Chiefs fans, I love you. I really do. Please don't take Burrowhead seriously. That was a joke. It was a little joke that we had fun with, and y'all are. See, the thing is, Chiefs fans, I've noticed this. They're trying to make themselves seem like the underdog. They're trying to make themselves seem like they're not the favorites to win this game. Look, y'all are favored. Like money lines are saying it's Kansas City by -1, which means y'all are favored by a point. I get what you're trying to do. Burrowhead, y'all are running with that one. Y'all want to make it a thing. Willie Gay, the linebacker, is saying there's nothing impressive about the Bengals offense. But yet we got guys on our side, Jermaine Pratt, Joe Burrow, or Lou Anarumo are all saying like, look, that's an explosive offense. They got weapons on that side. I understand. But let's not escape facts. Joe Burrow and company are 3-0 versus you guys. And I know there's been a lot of talk about legacy and if, Patrick Mahomes goes down one more time and he loses, what's that say about the legacy? I'm not looking at that. I'm not looking at that. We're looking at it like we are 0-0. We are going 1-0 this week. And we are coming to Arrowhead again. No place that we would rather be and do it all over again. This is the 4th time we've played you guys. This is the 4th time that the Bengals have gone and played against the Chiefs. And how funny is it that we are pulling the same pattern like we did last year when you guys came to Cincinnati and we beat you guys. And then we went to your house and we beat you guys. And then you came to our house again and we beat you guys. And guess what? Now we're back in Arrowhead for the 4th time. But this time is different. Patrick Mahomes is on a busted ankle. He said he's good to go, but we don't know exactly how good is he going to be. Is he 65%? Is he 75%? Is he 80%? We don't know how elusive he's going to be because we know when he's on the ground and he runs around and he extends plays, that's how guys get open. And we know about Kadarius Toney. We know about Travis Kelce, Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Jared McKinnon, Isaiah Pacheco. We know about your weapons, but you also know about ours. This is going to be a dogfight. This is not we're going to come into your house and blow you out like we did versus Buffalo. This is not going to be that. We know this is going to be a dogfight.
Buffalo nice. It was snowing. I'm like, yeah.
This game is going to be a dogfight. And there is no other team I would rather be playing. Win or lose, the window for Cincinnati is open for business, and it will remain open.
And like I said, I want Eagles to win this game. Just for the hood, because just for the grace. Like I just feel like for Jalen Hurts to do this in his 2nd year or 3rd year, Burrow
did it in his whole season, his 2nd year. Jalen Hurts doing it in his 3rd season would be phenomenal. But you're not gonna like me for my take because
he about to make me mad. Now go ahead.
I am low-key wanting to see the 49ers and the Bengals because there's history.
I mean, you pretty much giving it. I'm sorry, like I like Brock Purdy. Then we're gonna switch
I'm not
gears.
no, look, I like Brock Purdy too. I think it's phenomenal. Do I think that the Niners are going to win? I don't know. It's a toss-up. I think the Eagles could come away with this one. I really believe the Eagles could go ahead and just like shut it down for real. But as a Bengals fan, there's history to this because the last two times before last year when the Bengals went to the Super Bowl, they played the 49ers in the Super Bowl and they lost both times. We could get the rematch this year in Arizona. The thing is though, they got to make it out of Philadelphia. And if I was a betting man, I'm looking at Philadelphia right now with everything they have, with what momentum they got going on right now, with what they've been able to do. This is going to be a test for Philadelphia. This is going to be a slugfest. I
Yeah,
think they come out on top, but if like I said, if I was a betting man, I would say Philadelphia. But as a Bengals fan, with history on the line, with a chance to right a wrong, I want to see the 49ers in the Super Bowl because I want to get that one back from them. They took two away from us. At least let's get one back.
I feel you. Now, we already know who we going. We ain't got to ask who we won in the Super Bowl. We got the jerseys on. We ain't got to ask that question. So we're gonna round out like this because I said, yo, let's talk about dating in your 30s. Because I had this conversation with some friends of mine. I've had it by myself on my channel. I want to get your opinion on the whole dating scene as a we in our 30s, bro. Like, what's the dating scene like? Are you on dating apps? Have you tried them out? I know I gave the dating apps thing a try. I know I swore against it. I shunned it, but I gave it a try. It's cool. When you match up with somebody that's cool, all right, cool talking, yada, yada, yada. But how do you think the dating scene is now? Do you prefer meeting a girl out in public, I know you be out in the mix at a coffee shop, a burger spot, or at the mall, or do you like, or you more antisocial or introverted? Like, yo, let me meet this chick on the app and then go meet her. Because the app is kind of like you don't know what you're getting. Like, is this girl really who she is? You get there something.
Yeah. Like I've done the dating app thing. I've done the dating app thing a lot. And on my side, on my side, it pretty much was the COVID year when everything started on my end. And I was just looking for someone to talk to because, being locked in a house with everything kind of shut down, you kind of like, you miss that interaction with people. And that's what drove me to it. And, that's what kind of led me into that rabbit hole of, seeing what was out there and everything in between. For me, I'm not doing dating apps. I'm not doing that. Because I've had multiple experiences where I've tried to establish something with somebody and it fell through. They stopped talking to me. We just didn't click. We didn't see eye to eye. We had difference of opinions, whatever the case may be. I'm more in the part of like
Traditional.
And I'm in the point of like, I need to grow first before anything because, we live in a microwave type of generation where everybody wants to.
Oh, I like that. Say that again.
We are in a microwave generation.
Talk to them.
Because, and this is something I've heard a lot of, where this is like they want that microwave style satisfaction where it's instant, where they want that instant gratification. They want the instant satisfaction. They want that instant connection. But the thing is, though, like when it comes to relationships, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to all these things, it takes time and it takes you growing as a person. And I'm blessed to be, in a group, in a church community where every single person I'm connected to is either married or they're engaged. I'm the only one out of that group that is single. it's frustrating personally, but also I look at it and I see how they treat their fiance, their wives, and I'm just like, I'm in awe. I'm like, I have so much respect for them because hearing them talk about like how they want to treat their wives and how they want to respect their relationships and all these things, it's just like, man, like they're setting the bar so high for me, and I want to reach that one day. So I want to do it right.
And to piggyback off of what you said, like we Christian men, I hear, we always speak about that. I checked out this app called, I ain't gonna say the name of the app, but it's a Christian dating app. I checked it out, and like, yeah, I met, you know, uh, a few, what I mean, but it's like you said, an instant. Like I'm talking to one chick, like, yo, she told me one thing, I told my bro about it, we talked about it, and it was like so instant. I'm like, I'm more like, I want to lead up to certain things, and a mutual friend of ours, like, yo, take her on a date tomorrow. Like, bro, I'm not moving that fast. Like, I'm not a fast mover. Like, I like to get the feel. I just don't want to jump in this. I don't like, my mom always raised me, don't get the first thing you see. It's like, I can see this iPhone right here, but I can, no, scratch that. I can see this hat right here at Lids, $30.
Mm-hmm.
And or I could go down 2 stores down and get it for $19. You know what I'm saying? Half the price. So now I'm mad because I spent 30 on this one. I could have got it cheaper. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to
Hell
you.
yeah.
So it's like you think you pick a chick, oh man, this girl is everything, but then you find out this girl crazy, or she got this, that, and the third, or then you meet a girl that like you're more compatible with. Because I'm more the kind of guy like I gotta have a connection when we first have a first conversation. If it's spotty when we first talk, it's like a lot of dead space. Like I'm not. This ain't ready for me right here. I gotta have a connection. We gotta start. We gotta have a full. Even with that, that ain't always good because that could end up like, yo, you get too comfortable. You gotta be. It gotta be something there for me to even think about dating. You know what I mean? Before even not even date, that's talking because people jump into relationships too goddamn fast any goddamn way. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I want to be friends first. I want to be able to kick it with not even go to each other's houses. Like, yo, that's another story. Like go to the movie, go skating, hit the arcade, go to dinner, hit a comedy club, do this, hang out. Really hang out, really vibe. People too
Mm-hmm.
busy. Oh, come, let's Netflix and chill. Let's go. Let me cook you dinner. Now this girl at your house, and next thing you know, you knocking her down. They like, I don't really like this chick no more. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like my mama said, you bring the horse before the carriage or whatever the case may be. Like, then now, like a lot of people don't get what that means, but it's like, oh, now you didn't fire one off. Like, nah, I really didn't like. I would just. But when you build up to yo, I like this. I really do like her as a person. She's really somebody I want to connect. I can see a future with this girl. You know how they when you start talking to people like, man, yo, chicken, bro. She the one. I think she the one, bro. Like, oh, yo, Junior, what up? I can really see myself with him. Oh, for real? Do your thing. It's one of them situations. Like I feel like a lot of people just jump into these shit, and when you get we're older now, like you just can't be in and out of relationships like you was in your 20. You dating this chick for 2-3 years. Now you knocking on 40. Now you got to start all over again. You know what I mean? I got friends that are married. My boy, like, I ain't starting over again. I ain't starting over with nobody else. This is it. Like, I'm with this one. I don't want nothing. Like, yeah, I feel you, bro. Like, I wouldn't want to start over either.
I would want to start over. Like, I have yet to have a actual like full on relationship. I've had my inconsequential flings and little things here and there. Like I've done that before. Like
Facts.
I've done shoot like June knows exactly. We've talked multiple times, and he's the one that's always telling me, bro, out of every person I know, you're the one that's doing this, and I would never expect it.
Yep. He's coming with all like stories. Like, I'm like,
How?
I'm on the phone like,
How did you pull this off?
I'm like, bro, how did we get here? Like, how did like and I get it, I understand it, but as his brother, I'm like,
How?
oh,
But like,
but
You know what? To this day, I still don't know how I managed to do all of that. But hey, it is what it is. You know, you learn, you move on, you grow. But
You
I've had
like,
I've done all that. I've yet to actually have a full on, sustained, healthy relationship, and I would love to have that. So
facts.
my thing is, I have to do my part. I gotta grow first. I gotta figure out what I need to get figured out first before I can even consider a relationship. Because for me to even throw that word out there as a possibility or as an idea, there has to be something within me that is attracting what I want. If
Facts.
you if something inside of you is attracting, you know, toxic, you know, toxicity in general, if there's
Yep.
something inside of you that is attracting that and you can't seem to escape it, then maybe you need to do a heart check, do a heat check, and
Reevaluation.
see that, look inside the mirror, look deep in the mirror, and be like, okay, what is it about me that
But it's
is?
to cut you off.
Go ahead.
A lot of people, they rush into relationships. They rush into them. They don't know how to be friends first. Like I said, my man just said he hasn't had a serious relationship. He has flings. I've been like had myself. I have not had a serious relationship in a long time. I don't really count like stuff in the past. Like, hey, I'm talking to this chick. Like, yeah, it's kind of my girlfriend, but she's not my girlfriend. Blah blah blah. I don't count that stuff. But like a serious, like, this is my girlfriend, guys. This is my person. Hey, this is her. I haven't had one of those moments. And my thing is, I learn from example. I ain't gotta know to touch the stove. I don't gotta touch the stove to know it's hot. You can touch it and burn it. I know it's hot. Oh, I don't have to get in trouble to know I don't want to do that. I can see. I'm like, I've seen friends get married, divorced. I've seen cousins get married, divorced. I've seen everything that could possibly, I've seen good relations, I've seen bad relations. Like, I don't want no part of the bad shit.
Right.
I don't want, I'm getting those phone calls. I'm sick of this, you know what? I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be friends first to really learn this girl before. Cause you learn, like, cause you going out with her, y'all friends first, y'all dating, you going out to eat, you're chilling, you know her vibe, you calling, y'all texting, y'all hanging out. More than a month, you gotta really court this girl, like really give it like a good 6, 7 months. Like before you're like, yo, not even that long, like really give it a long run before you know what? Yeah, I really do want to date. Like really, cause you gonna know when it's time. I feel like if you talk to a girl for a week, then you dating the next week, like, dog, you just met her last week. Now y'all dating. Like,
Exactly.
what's her middle
Yeah,
name?
exactly. It takes time,
What's her
bro.
middle name?
I
What's
kind
her
of like that.
dating name?
I kind of like what you said though. Like the whole thing of like 6, 7 months, kind of like really quarter out. I like that because like you're really testing it out and seeing, like, feeling her out and understanding who she is and all these other things. And um, it's kind of like I said, microwave generation. They want the satisfaction, get, instantaneously. But like when you do it that way, it's kind of like you slow cooking a steak, or you like you smoke like you slow cooking a good brisket. You want to take your time with it so you get every bit of flavor out of it. It's that same thing. You want to get every single bit of information you can from that relationship or from that person so you understand who you're dealing with. And um you fully get the idea, like, yo, I could see myself with this person right here. And then from there it just takes off, you know.
Yeah, and it's like it's that also that feeling of, oh man, this girl is so cool. I want to see her again. Like that feeling, like you leave and you drop her off, or she goes her way, you go your way, whatever the case may be. You're like, yo, man, I kind of had a good time. Every time it builds, you like you get more and more like, yo, I really don't want to. That real, I don't want to. You trying to prolong what's going on? Hey, you trying to find some bull job conversation to spark up just to save time before she go in the house. Like, you really feeling it, like, yo, all right, cool. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll talk to you later on tonight, yada, yada, yada. That kind of stuff. Like, little things like that, because I feel like we just jump in, head first, spearhead the game, and like, yo, I don't know what I got myself into. This girl may be, she ain't healed from the last relationship. You ain't healed from the last relationship. I know a comedian, then we're going to get up out of here like, yo, he said his wife was his first real girlfriend. So everything he was going through was new. Like, well, you're supposed to do this. I don't know how to do this. You're my first real girlfriend. I've never done this before. Like, this is all new to me. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's how it's going to be for the both of us when we finally get to that point. We're going to be like, well, how do you do this?
Like
how does it work?
Because I've been called out by my other podcast mates. My cousin, she was like, yo, man, you just, because when I get mad, I shut down. I'm like, F all y'all. I'm that guy. I will say F everything. I will throw my middle fingers up at you and walk. I will not speak to somebody for like 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. I know that personally.
I ain't do nothing.
It was something that kind of happened a few years ago, and it was a widely reported newsworthy thing, and you kind of hit me up about it, and I wasn't trying to hear nothing.
Oh yeah.
You remember I wasn't trying to hear nothing about it because like it was just so like everything was just like toxic, and I ended up getting the cold shoulder, and like I hadn't heard from you in a couple of days.
My brother, he felt the wrath, but like that's not. But then I realized from getting called out on it from many people. Like I told myself, like I can't put no girl through this. I can't do this. I can't give her this kind of her. Like
that's when you gotta like really look in the mirror and be like, that's when you gotta grow. But we could talk way more about this. We could talk. We gotta do a separate episode. This might be the Valentine's Day episode. We're just giving you a preview.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing next week. That's what we're gonna do for Valentine's. That's what we're gonna do. But send us home, Izzy. Send us home, chicken. Send us home.
Oh yeah. By the way, just to let you know, AEW had Mark Briscoe on their show, and Chicken did his thing. So this point forward, I am going by the Savannah, Georgia Chicken. Don't question it. It's a thing we got going on. We're going to run with it. But anywho, we're going to go along. People are going to be like, what's that? I'm be like, don't worry about it.
Y'all gonna figure it out. Y'all gonna figure it out. It's context, because you just got to figure it out. We'll talk about it later. But this has been another episode, extended edition of the show about nothing. I'm your host, JunesEightyEIght, Izzyphantasmo, the Savannah, Georgia Chicken, and we are out of here.